Okay. What the rules
I'm going to start recording.
What the rules say, yes, I consent to be recorded. What the rules say is that the seneschal is the legal representative of the barony. I do things like sign contracts and file reports and make sure people follow the rules. And really, I have the honor of being the designated adult. If something goes wrong, if somebody has a problem, you can send them to me. I announce the bad news so that their excellencies can be the people who have the good news. Now, if somebody is being a jerk to you, if somebody picks on you for your beginner garb, any kind of issue you've got with people, bring them to me. I will eat them. It will be fine.
So can you put your, what is the name used in the SCA called? What do you call those names? Personas or?
Yes, that is the persona name.
Could you type your persona name in?
Sure.
So Nancy Lorenzo, is that your last name? Lorenzen.
And
I call her the sheriff.
And it's Esmeralda. Oh, that's an awesome name.
But really say Esme because it takes too long to say otherwise.
Now, is Malacina, is that like Spanish inspired? Like Pina?
Italian.
Oh, Italian. Okay, yeah.
Italian Renaissance, and you had the Malaspinas and the Malatestas, and there were private armies, and it was awesome.
Cool. All right, I'm very vague on Italian Renaissance, like as far as like actual family names other than Medici, you know. So
you're also free to be as vague as you want to be about your persona. There are people who can place their persona to time, place, and practically zip code. And they only dress as that persona. They only have anything to do with that. That is all their research. That is their garb. That is their crafts. That is their all. And then there are people who go, that's a neat name. I like the costuming from this era because for me, look, Italian Ren allows me to dress in a relatively climate appropriate way a good deal of the time.
Yeah, that's really smart.
And also, okay, obviously, I really like the Renaissance Italians. They were interesting. But really, that doesn't mean that I won't put on, I won a really cool Viking necklace in a contest. Yeah, I am having the garb made for that because I'm going to wear that. And is it completely wrong for my time and place? Who cares? Remember that the Society for Creative Anachronism is dedicated to recreating the Middle Ages as they should have been. That means that we are here to have fun. If you are not having fun, you need to figure out how to do that.
So and that's what this class is about today. Yay!
Awesome. So we don't have to feign the plague.
I'm sorry?
We don't have to feign the plague or, you know.
Oh, God, no. Unless you really want to.
Okay.
I mean, I don't really. Okay, I am a morbid little person, so there are some things that could come from that I'm like, no, that would be really, and the Baron would be, Esme, no, it's depressing. Yes, sir.
I can see Esme running around with a plague doctor's mask.
There's one in the other room.
See?
It's Sean's.
So,
sorry, Tiffany. I did not mean to take over your class.
No, it's fine. She's got questions. We are here to answer them and introduce her to what to do this, and then reel her in so she can come play with us.
If she's here, she doesn't need reeling in. We only need to point towards what she wants to do.
Right. So to introduce myself, my real name is Tiffany Dalilo. I'm still getting used to putting the whole thing together. Everybody who's known me a while, they're like, that's not your, oh, that is your last name now. My persona name is Stephania Pane. Stephania, it was really easy for me to choose because Stephania was actually what my grandfather used to call me when I was younger. And Pane because I am by trade, my You'll see me at events with it. I make breads.
Oh, cool.
I do from scratch. Esme's over there going, yes, she does. I'll make breads for the sideboards at events. I create what's called autocrat fodder, which are little round bread rolls stuffed with meats and cheeses. And I literally throw them at the people who are running events because they don't stop long enough to eat something. So they have something to run around and eat at the same time.
That's awesome.
Eating at event, eating while you're running things is for the weak.
You got the right idea. I see the wine glass. I like that idea.
It's been a long day, and then I saw the New Kingdom guidelines on we're going back to masks and stuff, and it's going to be fine. It is absolutely necessary, and I am fortifying myself against the barrage of commentary that is going to come.
Well,
it'll be fine. We want to be safe and we want to protect our people.
'Tis the times.
Again, anybody gives any of y'all any kind of trouble about it, come to me. Let me deal.
Yeah, because people are crunchy and go ketchup, and she has no problem with that.
Oh wait, Stephania, could you write your name in the so I can see how to spell it?
Sure. Let's see if I can spell it right. So my title is I am the hospitaler. I said it right. She spent the first 3 months that I was in this position correcting me. I'm a slow learner. What can I say? So my job is actually, I get to have a lot of fun, honestly. I get to interact one-on-one in class settings like this with all of our new people. If you have questions, if you need loaner garb, hey, I'm headed to my first event, can I bounce some ideas off of you? Hey, I've got this great idea. Do you know who I could talk to? I get to point you in that direction.
Cool.
Certainly find the person that that would work best with you, steering you in the direction that you're wanting to go. So.
Excellent. Hospital.
Yes. So feel free to find me on Facebook. Send me messages. It's fine.
Cool.
So let me wrong button. Let me share my screen and we will get this ball rolling.
Oh gosh, the Baronial page still has the Wool Lord. Still has the Wool Lord thing on it.
Yes. I like the Wool Lord lamb. I really do.
Edith is a genius.
Let me go to. It's a real quick slide. She really is. So let me go to the beginning of this, and it's quick. And then if you've got any questions throughout it, stop me. We can talk and answer questions, or we can do it at the end. So this is our intro to the SCA. And if you're here, you've already heard a little bit about us. You've already started talking to some of us. So this is a little bit more information about all the different things in the SCA. So what is the SCA? And this is the definition that I pulled directly from our society website. It's an international nonprofit volunteer education organization. That means nobody's getting paid. We're all here to have fun, and my watch is yelling at me, and have fun, learning, researching, recreating pre-17th century skills, the arts, fighting, culture. There's just amazing opportunities to go in so many different directions. And it is a safe place for people to dream the life that you want to have led during that time frame that you have picked out, and learn the things that you want to learn. So what really is there to do? A lot. So there are people who teach woodworking. And right here, you'll see a chest that's taken from one of our arts and sciences competitions. And the chest was made, the wood burning done in it, There's fiber arts, which is where I dabble in, with embroidery. There's people who will teach embroidery, teach black work, teach yarn making. If you're not so much into the fiber arts and things like that, we have a Cooks Guild, I believe still, correct me if I'm wrong. We have a Cooks Guild.
We just restarted the Cooks Guild. That is recent. That is like this week.
I'm so excited about that. So excited.
Oh, same.
The recipes and food preps and storage and cooking techniques. What seasonings did they use pre-17th century? So, arts and sciences. We also do written forms. So if you like doing calligraphy, making your own inks, learning to make quilts, learning to make books, those are also things that you can have classes on.
And actually, that is like everything you've shown thus far, I'm interested in.
I will not complain.
I actually own the domain name quillmages.com. I've yet to attach it to a site yet, but yeah, I definitely like paper crafts and books. And
well, all of our awards, the certificates for them are all handmade. So
cool.
The calligraphy is done by hand. All of the illumination is done by hand. We have some amazing people who are willing to teach and share their craft with you.
That's awesome.
So, and let's not forget the music. I mean, I'm a musician. I would be very, remiss in my duties if I didn't admit to the music. We have musicians that sing, musicians that play the music, and we also have, I believe, some people who are starting up some dancing, or they will be as soon as we can meet to
We
start
would
dancing.
love to see dancing, especially as a musician. We'd love to see dancing. I was trying to start that a couple of years ago and wasn't getting a lot of interest. If we can get a dance guild together, that would be awesome, except then I have to figure out, do I play music or dance? I can't do both at the same time.
Well, maybe if Warlord pulls off again next year, I will teach Korobushka at Warlord.
Oh my God, that would be so much fun. I haven't done that in years.
I can teach Korobushka, I can teach Spangoletta, and I believe I still know Manchant Provence.
See, it's all good.
See, it's all fun. Okay, so arts and sciences are great, but for those of us who aren't really into arts and sciences, want to hit something? So my son and my husband are both heavy fighters. My son just moved up from what we call the Boffer group, which is the little kids.
Oh.
I'm forcing him to play with the big boys. Okay, maybe from a little further away. So we do have.
Spear is a blast.
Stab them from a distance. Fighting with a flourish. This is what Esme's husband does. He's in charge of all these guys that want to fight with a flourish. These are our rapiers.
Oh, wow.
This is what my daughter does.
I love the crest in the background on that tent.
So the yellow
the
one
Kingdom Crest
is our Kingdom Crest.
Oh, that's a
Yeah, that is the Onstioran full achievement.
Onstioran. Oh, full achievement. That's right. That's right.
Yeah, with the critters on the side and all of the. And don't ask me to blazon the thing. I am not a herald.
Oh, I'm not either. We do have heralds that will help you set up your devices and everything when it comes time for that.
Awesome. Yeah, I'd love to. I have questions about that stuff too.
So I want to hit something from a further distance. We have archery. There are archery classes that meet. There are archery competitions. And we do have, when we're allowed, I believe we still have some loaner gear for archery too, correct?
Yes. Oh, we have plenty of loaner gear for archery.
Oh, I think your audio went out.
Me?
Yeah, your audio. You said you thought that they still had something.
Yes, we still have plenty of archery gear.
We
Okay.
have plenty of gear for archery. Trust me
Wait.
on this.
Esme, did her audio go out for you?
No.
Okay, because I just got a notification that my internet connection's weak. I'm on the farthest side of our house, so sometimes it's. I'm just gonna move you over here.
But
Even
yeah,
with
we
these,
have
like, beautiful
we have
pictures.
plenty of extra. We have extra bows. Edith is an awesome teacher. We have plenty of extra arrows. Most of what you're going to want to try, someone has an extra one or can loan it to you.
Mhm.
Yep. But mostly and most importantly, it's finding good friends and family living the dream. You're going to build tons of friendships, tons of people who are going to become chosen family if you let them.
I married one.
Man, that
She
guy's
married
worth a
one.
rock-in.
None of us. So the question is, where will the dream take you? What do you want to build for yourself? Yeah, as she was saying, what is wrong with you?
There you are.
There we go. Darn new computer. I'll learn this technology eventually. We have loaner guard. We have loaner gear for a lot of things. If you want to come out to practices, when society rules and regulations allow us to use loaner gear.
We can still use, okay, the new guidelines, I believe, I will verify this, that we can still use loaner gear because we are only giving it to one person to practice and cleaning it between.
Oh, well, that makes sense.
But we are masking at outdoor practices right now because the Delta variant is mighty.
Yes, it is. My husband's coworker came down with it last week. Guess where I'm stuck in?
Yeah, I know y'all were quarantined. I'm so sorry.
Yeah.
It is confirmed he had COVID.
That is terrible.
So we're here. But so the question is, or I should back up. If you want to learn the illumination, which is the painting, if you've ever seen, do you know what illumination is?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
We have charters and things like that, that you can get blanks of, where it's already pre-drawn on the side and it tells you what colors to use at the bottom, that you can get and practice on. I knew Lady Sylvania had some, but I'm not sure if she still has any. But we can find somebody who has those.
Yeah.
I'm sure we can match you up with somebody so you can start learning. It's also a really great way to learn your colors, because the colors are done a certain way. They're named certain things, and it's a really great way.
For illumination specifically, or like translating over to like heraldic, like heraldry?
Both.
Oh, okay.
So it's a specific shade of the color, or when you transition it over to heraldry, your yellows are gold, are metal colors. Your yellow is a gold. White is, I think, supposed to be silver or something like that. I am not a herald in any way, shape, or form. If you're interested in heraldry, I can pair you up with one. We've got a great one.
Heraldry is dead cool, and I'm terrible at it, so I don't.
It's really cool. It's a whole language into and of itself.
Yeah.
So, do you have any questions about the slides before we kind of?
So when somebody, like, is there a formal organization for each of these crafts? Like, rapier fighting versus heavy fighting versus illumination versus heraldry? Or is it kind of like you just find the people that are also interested in it, and then there's like you're sharing information with each other?
Well, there's both. So for like your illumination, we have a scribes guild.
Cool.
Yeah, we do have a lot of guilds. For fighting, you really just kind of show up to practices and they direct you which way you want to go.
But there are formal practices that require, if you are not a paid member, you have to sign a waiver, because we want people to be safe, but we want people to understand, look, even perfectly armored, you can get hurt doing this.
Yeah.
So we have formal practices, so that way someone who knows what they're doing is watching and making sure that we are conducting ourselves in a safe fashion.
Yes. There's a musicians guild. We've got the cooks guild starting back up. So you name it, we can probably find you a really good, whether official or unofficial, group that can help guide you in whatever is your passion.
So do the guilds have like a guild leader that is kind of like the point of contact that you talk to them, or?
Sort of. It's like the music guild. I don't know that the people who are the leaders would call themselves that, but they are. I would not presume to speak for them. If somebody says, Esme, you play music, when are we starting practices again? I would say, I don't know. Let me ask Mistress Sini. But so we have people who it just usually seems to be arranged by them and it's at their house. And again, you know, we have formal practices of certain kinds of things. And what we also have are people who various arts and sciences are their specialty. We call them laurels. They have been recognized for a high degree of proficiency and are willing to teach. And those people, if you want to go into a craft that I don't know anything about and you ask me about it, I'm going to go, let me send you to one of our laurels who knows everything about that. Only ask if you really want to
Megan,
know.
I'm sorry, my internet connection back in that room keeps dropping. So I know, sweetheart, I have a little follower.
Oh, hello, cutie.
He's part of the Munchkin Guild.
Hello, dear.
We have no problem with little bitties. You'll see mine come in here in a few minutes. It's almost bedtime.
No, lots of people bring their kids. It's fine.
It is a very family-friendly, family-oriented, family-welcome place.
Excellent. Yeah, I brought Harris to the SCA by the Lake event.
Oh, wait a minute. I do know you. Hi.
Yeah. That was my first time going to like a Barony of the Steps get together. But the way that I found this group was my friend is a member of the Makerspace in Dallas. And she was like, Aubrey, you would love this place. And then she was like, you can come to this free class on like dyeing heraldic flags.
Yeah, it was the Silk Banner class on Saturday.
Yeah, the Silk Banner class. So she's like, so she sends me the link to that class and then sends me the Wikipedia page for heraldry. And I'm like, girl, and I like pulled out 4 books off my shelf that on heraldry because this is like right up my alley. It's so weird that I have not heard of you guys. So yeah, so I brought Harris and it was really fun. I'm glad that it's like kid friendly.
Oh yeah. It's super kid friendly. I started playing when my youngest had just turned 10. He is now, I told you we forced him into the big leagues with the big boys. He is now 17 and stands 6'5".
Oh, dang. Yeah.
He doesn't get to play with the little 7 and 8 year olds anymore.
Yeah.
He doesn't get to play with them no more. And my daughter was not even a teen yet, and she's off to college this month. So
yeah,
there's once we get to start doing events again, I now have my niece and my nephew with me, and they are 7 and 10. So come full circle.
That's awesome. So yeah, so you said that it's kind of like there are some like points of contacts for the guilds that are like official, but then it's also kind of casual.
Yes. And if you will shoot me and you can either send it to my email or you can send it to my PM on Facebook, just a list of the things that you would want contacts. I wouldn't do a whole bunch of them when you first begin, but pick like 2 or 3 things that you're really, really, really interested in. Send them to me, and I'm sure between Esme and we can put our heads together and point you in the direction of some people.
Awesome.
And think of it as like makerspace. It is, everyone is a volunteer. There are going to be people who are really talented and really willing to teach in certain areas. And I know that's kind of how they operate as well. So think of it as like that. We are volunteers. We do our best to make sure that, we keep people, if somebody contacts us, I know I do my best to answer my email and my messages and go, look, this is how it is. This is what we're doing. Oh, you want to play music. You want to learn to play recorder. May I commend unto you the alto recorder in the key of F. We need more of them, but that's another story altogether. But really, especially if you're interested in the heraldry, we want to connect you with the herald who, she knows what's what, and she can talk to you about who to talk to about how to learn that, which it sounds like you've already made a beginning of. So
yeah, I used to know it pretty well. Like I could name a lot of devices, like if you just showed them to me, but that was like middle school, high school, so I'm a good like 7 years out. But yeah.
Oh, hun, we are all finding this and going, I've loved that my whole life. How can I do that?
Yeah.
That